guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you're not new, thank you for coming back for another video. So in today's video, I wanted to bring to you guys a look with the E.L.F. Opposites Attract palette, and while I'm doing this look, give you guys some tips on how you can incorporate color in a subtle way in your eyeshadow looks. I know for me, I work in a corporate environment, I work in an office environment, and so me walking in with a bright purple eye, a bright green eye look, okay, might not be as work appropriate, but I figured out a way for me that I can add color into my eyeshadow looks to satisfy my desire, my craving to add a little bit more color into my look in a way that people may not notice. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, get some tips on how you can add color into your looks in a subtle way, okay, in a sneaky way, girl, definitely stay tuned. And if you want to see more content from me, please hit that subscribe button. I upload videos 4 times per week, okay, 4 times, guys. And if you enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it. And I will be talking to you guys really soon. Enjoy the tutorial. Alright, going in with my Wayne Goss 26S in the shade Warm in the Opposites Attract palette, and just packing this on the outer corner. This is a nice warm brown, and bringing that into the crease. So just laying this color down. I'm going in with my darker shades first to make sure that I get those situated where I want. Yesterday I did find that if I went in with my lighter shades first and then tried to go on top with the darker shades, then I didn't get the depth that I desired. So this is what I'm doing today. Okay, so you see how that laid down nicely. Going in with a fluffier brush. This is a Morphe R brush, but everything is literally rubbed off, so I cannot tell you the specifics of this brush. I just know it's an R because it has the rose gold ferrule, and I can still slightly see the R on it. Maybe R33, maybe R35, something like that. But I'm going into Cheeky around the brown area that we just laid down to get a nice blend in the transition area, and also bringing this over to cover the rest of the transition area as well. If you feel like your brown, the warm shade went away or got to blend it out, you can try to, you know, add more pigment there with your packing brush, you know. Alright, next shade on the same Morphe brush, I'm going in with Saucy. This is like the warm toned yellow in the palette, and that is just really a transition shade. It doesn't show too much pigment on my skin tone. If you're lighter, then you might see more of an impact with that shade, but I do not. Alright, so next step is to put on some glitter glue. The two larger, I bought, you know, 2 of these larger palettes from E.L.F. in January when I was on my full face of E.L.F. and I have found that these metallics, while they swatch good, they don't pop as much on the lid. So these are $14 palettes, and it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to deal with metallics that don't pop as much. What other? Oh, that Sofx palette that I used. That's $15 from Makeup Revolution, and those pop pretty good for the majority. Not all of them though. So it just, you know, it depends on where you want to purchase from and all that type of stuff. What color scheme you're wanting. Anyways, off on a tangent. Now, Spicy. I'm going in with Spicy on top of the lid, all over the lid actually. All over the lid, wherever I laid down that glitter glue is where I'm popping Spicy. And you can see how that pops, you know, on top of that glitter glue. So then I'm going in with the fluffy brush again. You can add a little bit more Cheeky if you want to. You don't need to though. I just want to blend out this area, make sure that there's no harsh lines. Going into our next color, we're going into Chill. And so this is how I like to add a little bit more color into my eyeshadow looks, even though I'm going to work. So just because this works for me in my work environments. I work in an office, I work in a corporate environment, but we have a little bit more of a relaxed type of dress code. It's not like you wear whatever you want to wear, but you look presentable, and I've never had any issues with the way that I wear my makeup. So with that being said, of course, I'm not going to go in with like a pink glittery lid or purple, like sparkly, you guys know that, but sometimes I do want to see if I can add a little color, you know. Sometimes the little neutrals and the golds, they can be a little bit boring. So I figured I'd come on here and show you guys how I like to pop a little bit more color into my work looks or my church looks, wherever I'm going that, you know, typically might call for a little bit more of a subdued makeup look. But, you know, we get these palettes with these colors and we want to use them. Purple, metallic, and I'm going in with that on the outer corner and laying that right on top of the gold. That's how I do this. And then you always want to bring your mirror back, you know, bring it out to see what it looks like from far away, because up close it don't look like it's doing much. Okay, it looks like it's hardly showing up, but you bring that mirror back to look, see how it's popping, okay, because you don't want to go overboard, of course. That's the whole point of this. You just want to add a subtle little pop. There we go. So I got a little pop of purple in my look, okay, and you can leave it there if you want to. You know, I've done this with blue. You guys have seen me with that Desert Oasis palette. I did do a little pop of blue on some on a part of my lid. I did a pop of blue. You can do blue, you can do green and stuff like that. It's just you got to experiment, see what works and stuff, and how the shade, how the color you're going to use will blend or match up with the overall neutral color that you put on your lid. I'm going to go in with my Wayne Goss number 4 because I don't have enough depth in this crease for what I'm liking, for what I prefer. So I'm going to go in with smooth on my pointed, like it's a more precise brush. This is the Wayne Goss number 4 brush, and I'm just going to pack that right at this outer corner, keeping that really low in this area. See, now you can see it's more deep there. I'm going to go back in with my 26S, no additional product, and then just kind of sweep back and forth to make sure that that's kind of blended in with the brown. Right, and so if you want, this is another option you can do this by itself. You can leave it like this, or you can do this step that I'm going to show you guys. So what I'm going to take is a pointed pencil brush in the shade, or my Wayne Goss 05. It's a pointed pencil brush, and I'm going to go in the shade Wise, which is a matte green shade. It's a matte hunter green shade. I'm going to take this and use this as liner, and I'm just pressing this real close to the lash line, really close to the lash line. So it will probably be better to do this with one of those like flat top brushes, but I can't find mine right now, so I'm going in with this. Okay, so now you've got that green, like hints of green at the base of the lashes. And of course you could do this with an eyeliner, like if you have a green eyeliner or like a navy blue eyeliner, those types of things. I do want to caution you, at least for me, I wouldn't do this with like a neon liner or something like that. Like that just, I feel like that's too much. For me, I wouldn't do it. For my environments that I'm in, you know, when I need to be a little bit more toned down, I'm not going to go in with like a neon liner and say that that's my subtle pop of color, because it's not subtle. But a deeper shade that's maybe, if just to the naked eye, to somebody glancing, they wouldn't notice that it's green. They might just think you have on a black liner or a brown liner. Those are the types of things I'm talking about. So if I had a dark purple in this palette, I would use a dark purple. If it had a dark blue in this palette, I would use my dark blue, that type of a thing. And I'm going to also take that on the lower lash line as well. And these tips work for me because I have a deeper skin tone, so they're not going to pop and show up super bright green, you know, and as it might on somebody with a lighter skin tone. So just FYI with that as well. So I'm taking this shade, this is a very pigmented shade, and running this along the lower lash line. And so now you've got your green down here, you got your green up here, and then you got your purple right there, but your overall color on your eye is the neutral gold. I'm going to leave the brow bone empty to let it be matte. This is how I like to pop a little bit more color in. So Because I know a lot of us, we're attracted to these palettes with these pops of color, but if we work in an office environment, or we're oftentimes 8 hours a day, nine days a week, Lord, 8 hours a day, 9 to 5, you know, 5 days a week, some of us might not have the opportunity to utilize those colors like we would like to. I'm going to do my mascara, and we will be back with the final look. All right, guys, here is the final look. Alright guys, so let me know what you guys think about the look in the comment section below. I hope this was very helpful for you. I know a lot of us do work in those corporate environments, and even if you don't work in a corporate environment, sometimes, you know, your boss or whatever may be trying to say, you know, you got to wear a certain type of look on the face. I don't know, are they allowed to say that? I don't know if they are. Maybe that's why ain't nobody said nothing to me. I don't know. Maybe they ain't allowed to. I don't know. But, you know, I was taught, and I think a lot of us were taught, you know, you got to wear a certain type of, have a certain type of look going into the work environment. And I wanted to share with you guys an idea, an option, a couple options, a couple ways you can subtly add color into your looks into a way that it's not, people don't notice, in a way that you know, okay, you know you've got that color in your look, but somebody else who just glancing, walking on by is not going to stop and say, oh my God, where is this girl? Where's she coming from? Where is she going? Where does she think she is? Okay, we are at work. Ain't no time for no bright pink eyeshadow, okay? But that little pop in the corner, okay, that can work. So at least I think it can work, okay? That little pop of purple, that can work. That little green liner, that can work. And the E.L.F. Opposites Attract palette, I've used this several times this month, and I really do like it. I like the palette. So what prompted this video, like I said during the demonstration, is that when I pulled this palette out to use it to do my work looks, when I was, you know, my everyday looks going to work, there are a lot of colors in this palette, not a full-on neutral color scheme, obviously. So I feel like I was restricted to just this whole half here. And I feel like maybe that's what they mean by opposite attract. This side is like neutral, orangey, warm tones. And then this one is the colors in the palette. But when I started using, like I wanted to go in with this shade to see if I could get some more orange in the look, it doesn't pop as much on my skin tone. So I'm really restricted to the 3 metallics, that brown, and then this orange. Because these shades are a little bit, this shade, and this shade are more lighter tones, so they don't pop as much on my skin tone. So I was like, well, I don't really have a lot of options for using this palette, and I wanted to get more use out of it. So when I was doing my makeup yesterday, I was like, well, whatever, I'm gonna see how this purple looks on here. The reason it works so well, since this area the way we do our makeup tends to, you want it to be a little bit darker. So when you're adding a little bit of color there, it's not as in your face versus you putting it right on top of the lid or in the inner corner, you know. So that's why it works. So I would encourage you guys to try that if you have some palettes that have color in them and you haven't been able to utilize that color as much. Definitely, you know, give this a try, see how it works. I think it adds a beautiful tone to the eyeshadow look. It adds a nice little dimension to the look. I like this palette. Some of these metallics, they really pop better if you use a glitter glue, and that is my experience. So I like the mattes in this palette, and the metallics are okay, but I would not use them without a glitter glue. I'm happy I have it. I like it, but it's not the best that I have. Even at the $14 range, it's not the best that I have, but you know, it does good, and it has the colors in it, you know, so it has the, you know, color variety that some of us might be looking for. So, okay, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know what type of work environment you're in, okay? Do you have stipulations on how you're able to wear your makeup and stuff? Definitely let me know in the comment section. I would love to chit chat with you. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed my content, please subscribe for more, okay? I upload 4 times per week. Yeah, I upload 4 times per week, alright? I'm sorry I missed Monday. Had a little bit of things going on, but we still getting them 4 uploads in, okay? 4 uploads this week. Look forward to them, okay? I will talk to you guys really soon. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.